What are the best builds currently trending in Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2? My friends, welcome back to the channel. While I'm not actively making any build guides, you don't have to suffer because of that. So instead of that, I'm curating, aka picking some of the best builds for you and clipping them for you, kind of making a reference to the original content with all the due respect to the original creators. These are my favorite creators. I would not steal their content. I would only propagate this into the masses, which is a service. Hopefully you see it as such, and it saves you the time looking for those builds. All right, so today I'm going to show you some of the really impressive builds from Rax, from Pox Kappa, from Captain Lance, from Slayer D, and from also Lolcohol, who are all of my, that's not my whole range of my favorite creators, but these guys are really doing a good job. They have the time, they put a lot of effort into it. So without any further ado, please enjoy this selection of the best builds of Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2 and come back for more.
Doing great. I've updated it to what I'm dubbing the Auto Blaster version, where I'm literally just holding down spacebar and we fly across the map, killing everything. This version is not that hard to set up, actually. It does require 1 or 2 small changes that I'll go over in the video today. The build is performing super well. I'm actually going to go over my strategy that I've been doing with Legion, which has been extremely good and fun. But the single target and the clear and everything is awesome. So that was like a 40-second map. If you want to set it up like this, there's a couple of things we need to do. First thing is, I'm now linking Lightning Warp to Spell Slinger. So whenever we perform an attack, this will trigger and we move as we attack with our Kinetic Fusillade. Important thing for this is you need to take the Spell Slinging Ascendancy point. This gives you enough reservations.
I made the leveling guide, I made the endgame guide, and I even made the super endgame guide, which I read the comments, and a lot of you said that it was awesome, even if you didn't think you were going to reach that level, because it gave you something to strive for. Well, I've got something completely new to show you today, and if you can't tell by the smile on my face, I'm going to show you a completely different power level of plants that is just, it's just kind of crazy. And I'm going to call this the mirror tier build. So in the guide, by the way, in the endgame guide, you don't need a new link. I actually added the mirror tier variant to all things. So there's cheap endgame, expensive, and mirror tier. Same thing with the gear. And then in the passive tree as well, cheap and endgame has kind of the same planner. And then finally, you go to mirror tier. So I updated it all for you right there. I want to show you how unbelievably powerful you can get if you...
A skill that maybe is a bit lackluster early on, but man, when you have some overpowered scaling like Jaquani's behind it, it just feels amazing. You get that proj speed, you get that duration, all of a sudden Spark goes from like a C tier damage skill to just S tier because it can do it all. It has good clear and it can have good damage, the best of both worlds when you get the right power behind it. Now let's go over what all we changed to get to this point, because it's been a few days and we've made a lot of upgrades to the character. So to start things off with, you will notice an orange line. That's because we added split personality. We changed the pathing a bit. We finally had enough gearing where we gave up the Templar and Marauder area as well. has changed the pathing around to a large cluster with all attribute int. And you'll notice this says attack damage while shield. This is because I bought this for my future swap to be a Hand of Wisdom and action character. This is not what you want. You want like lightning damage or spell damage.